see two fields, or a field on either side of the path, and there's very tall yellow flowers in each field.
Yes. Beautiful.
The pain is back in my right wrist.
Okay. So I want you to focus on that pain in the right wrist. Focus, connect with it. If that pain had a colour, what colour would it be?
It's a mixture of orange and red.
Yes. And as we connect even deeper to that orange and red pain, if it could speak, what would it tell us?
It just keeps saying that it wants to be part of something.
I see. And so if we examine that, let's examine that deeper. Let's connect to that energy so that it can tell us more. What is it that it wants to be a part of?
Keeps showing me as if it's in the shadows and it's looking out at a green field.
Yes.
And it wants to be part of that.
So it would like to cross back over to the light today. It's in the shadows and it wants to be in the green field which is lit up with light. And we can assist it today. If that is its wish, we can assist it. And so I want you to connect with that energy, the reddy orange energy. Connect with it. And I want to ask this energy to show you an image of whether this energy used to be a human. Did this energy used to have its own body?
It doesn't look human. It looks like the beast from Beauty and the Beast. It is hoofs.
See.
That's why I was feeling the claw vice like grip.
Yes. And so I'm going to direct this to that energy that's come forward today, that's ready to go back to the light. It's shown as an image of it being in the shadows, and it no longer wishes to be in the shadows. It wants to experience that feeling of standing in the green field, the feeling of the light. And we are here today to help it to do just that. So first of all, I want to ask Archangel Michael, whose energy is behind her on the bed right now. I want to ask Archangel Michael to place his net of light around this energy, all the way around this energy. And we know that this energy has been affecting her in the wrists and also in the feet. So for Michael to place the net all the way around this energy. Now this net will not harm you. What we are going to do in a moment is to very lovingly and very gently move your energy out of her, and we're going to help you to cross over into the light. But first of all, I want to guide this energy through the process of converting back to the light. Now, each and every one of us that is from this universe, whether we are in the shadow or whether we are in the light, has a very small spark of light within us, because we are all a part of Source. We are all a part of the light. So what I want this energy to do now is to look very deep inside of itself for this spark of light that it holds. And I'm asking all of the team of light that are surrounding her to shine some light on the spark that is inside of this being so that it can easily find it. We've located the spark now, and all of the archangels and ascended masters are making that spark a little bit bigger by shining some of their light onto it. And I want this energy to feel the change within them of when this spark begins to get bigger. Feel it. Feel the change. It feels good. It feels more powerful. There is an energy that begins to course through us with that spark that feels very different, and we want more of it. And so let's make that spark even bigger now. Let's see it growing even bigger, and asking the archangels to assist with this, pulling that light out so that it is 50% as big as this energy. I want this energy to tell me what it feels like as this light begins to grow within it.
Feels amazing. It
Yes.
feels lighter. It's very heavy where I was.
Yes. And how is it that you came to be attached to this one? How is it that you ended up where you are?
Wasn't intentional.
You see.
I followed the green vines and I couldn't get back.
Yes. I see. What we're going to do now is make this light that feels incredible within you all the way as big as what you are. So let's all of us together now pull this energy out all the way as big as what you are. And you can feel your energy change. Before it was reddy orange, and now it is just beautiful, bright, light, delicious energy. Feels wonderful. Now in a moment, we're going to very gently move you out of her energy fields. And my friends Uriel and Azriel are going to walk you into the light and to help you to find your next place of expression where you can be happy. Everybody in position, please. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, I want you to very gently allow yourself to be pulled out of her energy fields by Michael's net. And I want you on the bed to feel this energy leave. Physically feel that energy leave the wrists, leave the feet, leave the body. As I count backwards from 3 to 1, this energy will be out. Everybody in position, please. 3. Beginning the process of gently moving that energy. 2. Almost all the way out now, feeling it lift up and out, up and out, up and out, and 1. All the way out. Now I want to ask Uriel and Azriel to gently guide this energy towards the huge portal of source light that I can see. Source light is there. Source light is there. And is there any final message that this energy would like to give to this one on the bed before it leaves.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the attachments.
Thank you. And is there any message that this one on the bed would like to give to this energy before we say goodbye?
Trust yourself more.
Thank you. And now I'm asking Archangel Michael to cut the cord, the final cord between these two energies, so their energy is completely separated, and Uriel and Azrael will guide this energy that we have removed onwards into source light and towards their next expression. Michael, cutting the cord now, feeling it release, feeling it release, feeling it release, feeling all of that energy come back to us that was being manipulated and changed by this lower frequency energy that had mistakenly become attached to us. Feeling the energy flow beautifully back throughout the body. Now, what color light do we want to place into the wrists and into the feet where this energy, this entity was affecting our body, that will be intelligent light that reprograms every cell in this area to regenerate, to rejuvenate, to heal, to release this low, dense frequency that has been there in the cells? What color light?
Our wrist needs yellow, but
Yeah.
our left foot needs the green.
Very good. So, Raphael, can I ask you to place your green ray into that left foot that needs the green? Beautiful, beautiful green ray going into that left foot. And Kwan, can I ask for you to channel the yellow that is required into the other places within the body that need the yellow? All of that light is going in there now. And as this light enters, it reprograms every single cell. Light and color is a frequency, it's an energy. And as it enters the body, it reprograms every single cell, letting every single cell know that it is free to vibrate higher, that that density that was affecting it before has been released. It has been released. Feel this higher frequency light, the green that is flooding in to the left foot, and the yellow that is flooding into all of the other areas that need attention, the other foot, the wrists. Feel that light reprogram every part of the body, every cell. Feel that fresh, high frequency energy cleanse any remaining density out of the body. And I'm asking Raphael and Kwan if there is any remaining density that can be seen in these areas, any old imprint, any stale old imprint that needs to be removed. Can we draw it out, please? Draw it all out. We don't need that old stale energy. And let's draw it out, and it can be taken elsewhere in the universe and be transmuted into something else. And as Raphael and Kwan continue to channel that beautiful light into the physical body on the bed, as we examine, as we in a very detached manner, scan our awareness down the rest of the body, is there anything else in the body that we need to look at?
No, it's fine.
Very good. So I'm requesting Raphael and Kwan to continue to channel light and high frequency into her body for the remainder of this session, and for Michael to continue to provide protection and to hold the space for us so that we can work. And I want her to place her full awareness now, full awareness back into that beautiful garden that we were in, that has the red poppies and the yellow flowers that look like anemones, for her to feel the sense of peace that is in this garden, for her to feel it flow throughout her entire being. And as she looks forward, as she sits on that bench, she can see that little cobbled path that meanders off down into the garden and off into the distance, and she becomes curious, and she wishes to know more about what is at the bottom of this garden, in this place. And so she begins to make her way up off of the bench, and she begins to walk down, down, down into the garden. And as she walks down into the garden, I want you to tell me what you see or experience.
There's a huge tree.
Yes.
Very, very, very old. There's a
Beautiful.
door opening in the tree.
Yes. This tree is in the garden here today to allow you to pass into your own soul tree. And this door, in a moment, as we step through this door, inside of this tree is a portal that will take you to the lifetime that we need to see today. This tree contains all of the knowledge of all of the lifetimes that you have ever lived or ever will live. In a moment, as I count backwards from 3 to 1, I want you to step through that doorway and into that tree. And I want your soul to connect to all of the lifetimes that you are living within your soul tree. And we will travel to the lifetime that we need to see today. As I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, stepping through that doorway in the tree and into the space, the portal inside of that tree, and feeling thousands of tiny little strings pulling you through time and space to the lifetime that we need to see. 2, almost there, and 1. Be there now. Allow yourself to integrate and to connect very deeply. Allow the images to drift up from the soul and gently into the mind. Tell me what you see or experience.
It's very beautiful. There's a deep, I'm on a hill, but ahead of me there is a deep, dark forest, but it's not frightening. And just beyond the forest, there's a beautiful, huge crystal building. The
Yes,
sky is the most amazing red and pink and purple colour. The crystal building is like a soft, like mint green colour, and you can feel it pulsing or radiating. It's like a soft humming noise.
beautiful. And as you connect very deeply with the vibration of that place and that pulse that radiates from that crystal building, if you look down at yourself in this place, tell me more about what do you look like?
I'm a woman. I'm tall and slim. I have really long, dark hair that's almost down to my knees and it's curly at the ends. I've worn gold sandals and I have a hairband in that matches the gold in the sandals.
Beautiful.
And I'm wearing a dress that's very thin, but it's the same colour as the building in the distance.
Yes. And as you connect deeply to that physical form of the tall woman with the long dark hair and the beautiful dress, if you become aware of your hands, do you feel as if you carry anything in your hands?
On my right wrist, I have a gold, a braided piece of leather. It goes round my wrist, and there's another piece that goes into my hand, and it's wrapped around like a pink crystal. and I'm holding the crystal. In my left hand, there's a wolf type creature, and my left hand is on the wolf's head.
Yes. And as you connect to that wolf through that hand that is on its head, connect to the energy of that wolf. Tell me more about the connection between yourself and this wolf.
Just keep saying that she is me. It feels like I'm the wolf and the wolf is me.
Yes.
It's like when I was born, the wolf and I were united, or we bonded or something.
Yes. And as you connect to the other hand and that pink crystal that's in that hand attached to that gold piece of leather, tell me about that crystal and the sense that you get around while you hold it.
The crystal's linked to the heart energy, and we need to go and take the crystal to place it somewhere.
Yes. Allow yourself to connect with that feeling. I need to take this heart crystal somewhere. Connect very deeply to that. Tell me more about this crystal and where it needs to be placed.
I need to go through the forest.
Yes.
And to take the crystal to the building.
And as you consider that, why is it important that this crystal is taken to the building?
The crystal was a gift to me, and when I became a certain age, there was a ceremony, and I was told the crystal was a gift. And I was told at 23 I would need to take the crystal to the building.
Yes. And tell me more about that journey of taking this crystal to this building. Tell me more about that.
I'm happy to make the journey, but things just keep getting in the way. Like the forest is really dark. Keep getting lost.
Yes.
That's why the wolf is with me. It helps me get through.
Yes. Tell me more about how the wolf helps you. What does it do?
It's able to, it's almost like it uses a scent or something. It's like if I can't see a way through, then the wolf guides me because it knows a particular scent to get to the building.
Yes. In this building that you seek, this crystal building, tell me more about this building.
There's a silver bridge just at the edge of the forest. I have to walk over the bridge to get into the building. It's where we place our heart crystals. They're all put in special chambers.
And these heart crystals that are placed in special chambers, tell me more about why that is.
So that they can pulse as one.
And as they pulse as one, how does that affect where you are?
If I hold onto the crystal by myself, I only pulse as myself. When I place it in the building, it pulses as one with all the energies that resonate.
Yes.
It's a bigger pulse, a bigger energy. And when it I feel like I know what it's saying, but I can't find the words.
Yes.
It's part of the one. It's not, but I don't need to do it by myself. It feels like if I place the heart in a group, then I can connect to the group.
I see. So it allows you to access the energy of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me, when you access the energy of the group, tell me how that feels.
It feels better. I feel stronger. But yet, I keep looking back to the forest and thinking I'd like to be single, be individual.
Yes.
As well. It's good being part of the group, but there's still that. I'm showing the hermit, which is, it's like I like being by myself, but I like being part of the group as well.
Yes.
The group likes to experience it all and everything, whereas I want to learn for me.
And so,
different from the whole group.
yes. And so, as you consider that today, do you feel some conflict around placing that crystal with the others? Or do you feel happy to make this journey?
I feel a bit of conflict. I'll do. I want to say that I'll do what they're asking and I'll place the crystal within the group. but there's a part of me that feels like I want to be me as well, and I don't want to be part of a group.
And if you place this heart crystal with the rest of the group, will this enable the others in the group to connect with your energy as well?
Mm-hmm. It's a shared energy, a shared learning.
Yes. And how do you feel about that? That other people could access your energy?
I don't mind, but there's still that I would still like to be separate
Yes.
or have choice. I don't want to be the same as everybody, but they're saying I won't be the same.
So they tell you that you will still maintain your own individuality.
Mm-hmm.
You see.
It's almost like I want to travel, but if I travel, I'm not going alone. There's people coming with me, and I want to travel alone.
Yes. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and move to the point in time on this journey where we're taking this heart crystal. I want you to move ahead to the point in time where something significant happens. As I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, moving there now. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now.
I'm at a doorway,
Yes.
and there's a beautiful white light. They're allowing me to go on a journey. I feel quite nervous, but yet excited at the same time.
Yes. And this journey that they want you to go on, what do they tell you about it?
They're laughing, but it's a good, light-hearted laugh, and they just keep saying, you better be ready. And they're laughing and just waving me off.
And these beings that are laughing and waving you off, tell me more about them.
I know that they're very old or very, very ancient. I hear they're part of an emerald city.
Yes.
They work an awful lot with crystals and especially green crystals and heart energies. They didn't want this job. They didn't want and they didn't want a mission or demission, and I took it.
Yes. Tell me about that mission.
I wanted to know what it was like to come with the love but be separated from it.
I see.
So I'm here alone, and being alone, but I'm still connected.
Yes. So because you weren't ready to place your heart crystal with the others, you accepted this mission because part of you wanted to feel what it was like to be separated, to have that feeling of separation.
Yeah.
And tell me more about this mission that you have come on that gives you this feeling of separation.
To know every day that you are love without someone telling you that they love you is very hard. You have to learn to trust and have faith in you.
Yes.
It is that pulse that you see, it's that breath you take. That pulse is the same thing. You just have to breathe that knowing in that you are love. You came from love. But is that the disconnection? Is it you know you are love, but do you need somebody else to tell you, to show you? That's what Angela disconnected from. She doesn't need someone to say that they love her because she knows she came from love. She's seeing the difference. She knows the difference. That's the separation that she asked to be shown, to be able to live.
Yes. And is there anything else that she needs to know about this?
She still has her crystal. She can place it in the chamber and connect at any time. As soon as she does that, that frequency will go out. And if she needs the love from someone here, it will come. She just needs to make the connection with the crystals. It's sending out the signal.
Yes. And is there anything that she needs to do to activate that crystal before she places it in the chamber?
She needs to disconnect from the narcissists that has been a long process because she finds it difficult to understand why some people have less love or less light.
Yes.
She has to disconnect from her head and just follow her heart.
What's the best way for her to do that?
She needs to ground herself every day. She needs to work more with her crystals. And when possible, she needs to get out more. This is why she was saying about getting out more and going away to places like Edinburgh. She could take her crystals there and it would absorb some energies that would help her. It's more than just another person in her life, it's about the places also. That's why it's stirring within Angela that she wants to go and do things, because she needs to connect to special places that will help her. Edinburgh is one of those places.
How will these places help her? What will they do?
There's sacred energies there that offer a lot of healing, and they're like drop-off points as well. When she goes, if she's got some energy that needs to be released, there's drop-off points in certain areas where when she goes, the energies get released. Drop-off points.
Tell us more about those drop-off points and how the energy is released.
They're all over the world. There's special symbols, energies, other people, places. They're everywhere. It's like a revolving door or an exchange. You suddenly decide you want to go and visit somewhere. You don't know why. You just get in the car and go. And it's because your your crystals are telling you need to go there to release or pick up even an energy that will help you for the coming days or weeks. They're all over the earth, they're all part of the grid.
Tell me more about how the crystals are helping.
So there's a rise in the frequency that Gaia is putting off right now. And there's it's like Gaia's giving off an energy and there's other energies coming in, and it's like they're meeting. It's like They're describing it as a perfect chaos. Everything hidden is revealed. There's so many things going on.
Yes.
Oh, the buildings have so everything's made of the earth. Buildings are made of stones, or the glass is made of sand. These buildings are radiating an energy. For example, churches. When you walk past them or into them, some of them may give off a good energy or a bad energy. There's crystals underneath a lot of buildings, and they are absorbing so much energy, but they're also giving off an energy. When Angela's drawn to her crystals, she just decides to take whatever one she's inspired to take, and it merges with her crystal would merge with the energy or crystal in the places that she would travel to, and two would become one. And then because Angela's connected to an emerald heart crystal, it would then become three. It's like when you work with Reiki or Seiki and you use the blue and the red energy. If you have the blue energy coming through your left hand and the red energy coming through your right hand, and you put the person in between that energy, in the center of that energy it becomes purple. So you're no longer working with just two energies, you're working with a third energy.
Yes.
And the energies on the earth at the moment are so conflicting, confusing, but yet they're also beautiful. But sometimes all people can see just now is the heavier, denser energies. Angela's conflicting with all that because she walks through and picks things up everywhere. So although she's clearing stuff and she is most days remembering to ground, everything's different. It's so heavy. It's hard to keep above it. But on days that she can't keep above it, she just needs to go back to her crystals because the crystals will help with that. There's definitely negative energies that are trying to push people off centre.
Yes. And what crystals are the best crystals for her to work with?
She needs more shungite. She needs her higher vibrating crystals, like the celestial quartz, to light. All the super high energy crystals is what she's got to be using now. The higher frequency crystals.
And they will help her to anchor the higher energies throughout her being.
Mm-hmm. She needs the higher ones now. Most people need the higher crystals now. As the higher frequencies come in, we need to work with the higher crystals. Danburite, azaztulite, all these higher vibrating crystals are coded with information. When you put out the call that you need another crystal, your crystal is already been selected for you. You'll suddenly be reunited with your crystal, just like you got reunited with your rose quartz when you went to the caves.
Yes.
It has codes and energies within that crystal that will come out and activate and help you at the times you need it. The crystals are like massive computers and they need upgraded from time to time. And that's why you get other crystals and you're drawn to the colour or the shape or the size. They're just like supercomputers that help us decode or help us navigate where we need to go.
Yes. And so everyone needs these crystals to help them anchor those higher frequencies.
Everybody that's on that higher vibration shelf at the moment needs the higher crystals.
Is there anything else that we need to know about that?
Mm-hmm. I'm here and hold the line, but that's because I feel a bit nervous about what's coming and we're going to need each other to get through it. It's like we need a support network, other people to connect with, because it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Each one of us knows a part of the puzzle and we need to start to bring that together now. It's so important now. They're saying February is going to be a challenging month, but I think that's for the whole world. I don't just think that's for Angela or people here. I think it's the whole world.
What else do we need to know about this period of time that we're about to go into, this challenging period of time?
We have won. The light has beaten the darkness, but the darkness is still continuing to send out little tendrils that's affecting people. But it will, they keep showing the number 23. It will settle. So I don't know if it's 2023 or just the number 23 is important. I just keep seeing the darkness is receding back, but it's and the white light is above it. But it's still trying until it's completely sealed. It won't give up.
No.
Until it's completely sealed, secured, locked away, it will not give up. Which is, we are the white light. If we are one person, it'll be harder for us to try and diminish the dark. But if we all come to, or as many of us come together as possible, using these crystals, we can diminish the dark, block out the dark. But it means pulling everything to do this one final massive step. That's our crystals, ourselves, the love we feel for our family, even if our family is at odds with us. It includes the animals that are in our lives at the moment. We've all come here for this. And it may be nice to say we came for the Great Awakening or we came for the show. But the reality is a lot of people are very frightened. And it's that fear that's keeping the dark fed.
Yes.
So this is why we need the higher crystals now. So that it gives us that extra energy, extra information. Now the brain fog needs decoded. There's information behind that fog, and the higher vibrating crystals will diminish, get rid of that fog and bring the answers that people are seeking. These higher crystals are amazing, amazing. It's like having I don't know, like a crystal ball, and all the answers are right there, and it's like as clear as day. The veil is just removed when people are working with higher crystals. They look like selenite, but I don't know if selenite's a higher vibration crystal, but I know that I'm told danburite, azeztulite, and
Yes.
celestial quartz.
Yes.
They're all white or they're clear, and they're that way because they will clear the fog.
Beautiful. Is there anything else that we need to know about that?
I think, gosh, my legs are tingling. I feel like the final pieces or the final people are just being put in place now. We just need, some people just need a couple of tools, and then we're ready to go. That's us, ready to charge ahead and completely obliterate the dark, and that's it, sealed back in.
Yes.